Navigating through the energies of New Earth is not an easy process and can become extremely overwhelming at times. As we all ascend into higher frequencies, we're all being guided to embrace our own unique divine pathway, a pathway created in the vibration of love. Join Vibe Nation radio host, international psychic medium Carrie Turcotte, as she guides her listeners to rediscover themselves by accessing the keys of knowledge that already exist within. Each week's show is divinely orchestrated to intertwine with the universal energies, allowing the listeners to go deeper within and understand the message being shared even greater. When you live in the frequency of love, there is no competition, so Carrie will be joined regularly by fellow soul family members who will bring forth wisdom and knowledge she knows should be shared on a global level. At the end of each show, Carrie will tap into the energies of the listeners to see what message Spirit wants to share with all those listening in for the upcoming week. If you really want to get to know who you truly are, come and join us now on Vibe Nation Radio, here on the IOM Radio Network.
I am able to channel with two of my closest spirit guides, which are my dad, Dancing Dave, because he loves to dance, he loves to play music, and my dear soul brother, Bradley, and we call him Crazy Bradley because he's so much fun. He just loves to get in your head and make you, see the laughter and the fun in, some of these difficult times that we're going through. So what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be doing readings. My dad and Bradley have been with me for about an hour now, and they just want to talk a little briefly about the energies that we're dealing with, all of us in a whole. And when you take a look at what's happening in the cosmos and how we're going through an eclipse season, right now so many are going through a mass release. And what's happening is their lower vibrations that no longer serve them any purpose are starting to rear their little heads, so which I call the boys, so which is the ego. And a lot of people are all of a sudden having these crazy thoughts in their head and thoughts that really they know are not their thoughts. And they're like, what is this? Please know this is a clearing of the soul, especially if you're in divine union. Because if you're in divine union, what's happening now is the energy is now intertwining between both twins in the energy fields, which is the aura. So we're dealing with quite a bit at a twin level if you are a twin. So please know that, we're here to have fun. We want to have fun. We want to enjoy this beautiful sacred journey back to one, because it really is beautiful when you can see the beauty in it. And when we have those moments and all of a sudden our mind is and our monkeys are screaming at us and telling us otherwise, please take a deep breath and know that we're all going through this. So today I'm going to be doing some readings for callers that are calling in. And I've had a few loved ones here that don't belong to myself. They belong to other people. So do know these are not meant to be mediumship readings, but I will acknowledge loved ones on the other side that they're with us during the reading as well, because this is about soul messages for yourself and help to guide you on this sacred journey back to one. So I'm being pulled to Rachel from Arizona. So just wait a moment while Chris gets Rachel on the line. Whew. Rachel?
I'm here. Yes.
Hi, how are you, my dear?
Good, how are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. I'm just doing a soul scan on you right now as I'm tapping in. Are you very nervous? Because I feel very nervous all of a sudden.
Like excited nervous. Not bad
Okay.
Nervous.
I'm kind of shaky, and I'm like, woo, like it's a nervous feeling to me.
No, I'm excited. I didn't expect to be on so quickly, so I'm like, oh, okay, let's do this.
I got pulled right into you. So are you in divine union, my dear? Are you in divine union?
I believe that I was, yeah, but I don't know, on the journey how it disconnects.
Okay. I'm just letting you know that you're more connected to your divine partner than you realize. Okay? Somebody is telling me that you've been really, really tired with this journey. It's like almost like you're saying, I've had enough. I'm done with this. I'm just moving forward where I go. And obviously, we all do this. Rachel, it's not something just one of us does. So I am just feeling with you that the truth is still coming to the surface with regards to something. And with the eclipse season that we're going through right now is causing you to go into past, present, past, future. So you're not really living in the moment, but you keep getting past, pulled into the past. And they're saying this is causing you to be really, really impatient. And with the impatience is coming, the pain and the sorrow that's attached to this. Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay. So they're saying to me is that because of this, and again, you got to remember you're a beautiful soul having a human experience, and we have something called emotions. Okay. And when you are in divine union, when you're in divine union, you're kind of in emotions for two people. So I just want you to know that because you've put sight off of your vibrations, you're not focusing on that bonus anymore. And it's because you're not really loving the home life that you're living. There's something missing. And Spirit is saying this is the other side of you. And they're saying, please stand up with adversity and allow the truth to come to the surface to Spirit. Let Spirit, whoever it is that you work with in the divine, they want you to work with them. Okay, they're saying that you need to go a little bit in with my dear, but know that one of your major life lessons you're learning right now, they're saying, is patience. You're learning patience. And they're they're kind of laughing. They're like, come on, honey, you know what? Let's get those snapshots going again. Now, I don't know if you know what a snapshot is, but after the show, if you want to go to my website and roll over the home, so it's carrieturcotte.com, roll over home, and there's something called Vibrasize. And under there, there's something called the condo in my head exercise. I want you to do that exercise because once you've done that, you're going to be able to get the snapshot. This is what they're asking you to do. They're like, let's work on the snapshots. Okay, and they want you to do this in your home. They're saying take the time, find your sanctuary within your home, and use the energy there. Okay, is that making sense?
Yes.
Okay, because they're saying this is going to rebirth you. Because would you admit that you're living in the past a lot, my dear?
Yeah, I vacillate. Like, I'm aware and I'll pull myself back forward, but yeah.
Okay, so they're saying the little girl, Rachel, needs to come out to play. And this will allow you to stay in the moment. So, creative life source energy is really big right now that I've been channeling, that we really want to listen to music, sing, we want to dance, if you want to paint, anything that gets the creative juices going, my dear. This is really going to help you because I'm not sure if this is yourself, because we are on the air, so I'm not going to get too into this, but there's a woman figure. Now, I don't know if it's your mother, somebody who's close to you, or yourself, who's not truly loving themselves 100%, and this is affecting you. Okay, I'm not going to say who it is. You know who I'm talking about, and the feeling is unfair, that there's no justice in what's taking place here. And they're saying that there is a person around you who's got a sharp tongue. It's a woman, so meaning her words hurt you when they're said. And it could be a person who's either here or somebody from the past, but you're still connected to it energetically, and it's pulling other people in like that into your life. So people that hurt you with their words. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Okay. So they're saying to me, you need to listen to your gut a little bit more, Rachel. You're not really listening to your gut. And they're saying that, a really quick game, sweetie, to play with yourself. For 15 seconds, I want you to think about something blissful, something that makes you feel absolutely wonderful, okay? And then 15 seconds later, I want you to think about a smell or a food that makes you smell like it just makes you feel yucky. So for 15 seconds, think about the good. 15 seconds, think about the yucky stuff. What this is going to do, it's going to allow your gut to get into tune with what feels good and what feels yucky. Okay. But you make sure it's an actual make sure that it's an actual food or a smell, because you don't want to co-create something that you experience that, if you co-create raw sour milk or raw or spoiled eggs into your life now, it's not really a big issue.
Yeah.
So use something.
I get that. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense, actually. Yeah. Okay.
So they don't want you to go into the yucky places, okay? Now, they also want you to know that this, right now you're kind of at a standstill. And they're saying that the standstill you need to see the financial richness inside of yourself, meaning you need to see your self-worth, my dear, and know that you are worthy of moving down this path, because if you are in divine union, you need to know that you and twin will be vibrating on the same vibration. So if twin doesn't worthy themselves or feel that they're not worthy of something, you will vibe that too, and it actually amplifies. Does this make sense?
Yeah, I've been feeling that lately. I feel like it's been pulling me down, and I'm not in communication with my twin, but I've been feeling that lately. Yeah.
Okay, let it go, sweetie. Okay, there's lots of, again, this is about taking back your power. The more powerful you are, the more power the connection between you and twin will be, because I'm feeling there's either a move or a career that's going to be shifting for you. So you're either going to be moving locations or you're going to be getting a new career, and they're saying you need to put your energy into that because it makes you feel beautiful. It makes you feel worthy. And when you make yourself feel worthy, it's going to help twin feel worthy as well, so that twin will reach out to you again. But you need to know that flame within is still lit very high, my dear. I can feel it. Okay, it's the drama of the Gaia, of what's going on out in this world, and twins are here to clear up the lower vibrations of this planet, so it intensifies for the twins. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So what you're dealing with is also a lot of what people on the collective level are also dealing with. So it amplifies your feelings towards what's happening now. Okay. Now, Spirit is telling me that because it's an anniversary party, they want to give you a 1-week free subscription to the Vibe Report. So this will help you understand what's going on between you and twin, because the Vibe Report is specifically for those in divine union. So if you can go to my website, Rachel, and send me an email and say that you were on the show, what I will do is I'll set you up and I'll give you a free membership so that you can get caught up and you understand what we're all going through at a global level, to allow you to see the beauty within you, that worthiness that you're so worthy of. Because they're saying that when you really start to stand up for yourself, that justice will take place, and you need to know that your gut is leading the way.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so just know that this move, my dear, this financial movement is a key to where you're going. So do know you are in divine timing right now. Don't self-doubt this, okay?
I was on the walk and I was just thinking about that. So you're just picking up on that and confirming that. So I appreciate that.
The Vibe Report, and let me know how you're doing after the fact, okay? Make sure you send me a message.
Okay, great.
Okay,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and I know we're going to commercial break. So stay tuned, my friends. We'll be back with the next reading right after the commercial break. Take care.
Your conscious lifestyle on steroids. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM. As difficult as it is to believe, there are places in Africa where human traffickers sell albino children and their body parts for use in magic rituals. Humanity Healing International is actively working in Uganda to change this paradigm. The Albino Rescue Project finds albino children who are at risk and places them in safe schools and environments where they can learn and grow free from fear. To learn more or to sponsor a child, visit humanityhealing.org. Humanity Healing is where your heart is.
Have you been searching for a perspective beyond the mainstream? Check it out. Join your hosts Cielito Pascual and Diana Gold Holland on Share International Radio for thought-provoking views behind the news, Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio. You can also find us at shareontheairradio.org. This may be the message of hope you've been waiting for.
How to be a great dad in 15 seconds. Bike ride, go fish, walk in the park, phone call, milkshake, play catch, picnic, fly a kite, tell jokes, laugh, talk, read a story, tell a story, bumper cars, swing set, bowling, pillow fight, cut loose, stay tight. Whew. Because the smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Vibe Nation Radio. See, the music is blaring. They want a party for the first anniversary, and I feel so grateful to be part of such a wonderful team here at OMTimes Radio. Chris and Leanne are such beautiful souls, and I am grateful every single day that I'm working with them and walking this beautiful spiritual path along with them to help all of those that listen in. So I just wanted to give a little toot out to Leanne and Chuck, Chris. I don't know who Chuck is, so there must be a Chuck connected to Leanne and Chris because I just heard Chuck. So I have the next caller on here. Lisa, are you there?
I am here. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you, my dear?
I'm wonderful, thank you. I've got a big smile. I can't believe I got through.
Is Chuck connected to you? Do you have a Chuck connected to you?
Yeah, my cousin, who I've got talking to, I'm telling her that I just got through, and her husband is Chuck.
Oh, my goodness, that's crazy. As I'm sitting here talking about OMTimes Radio, and Chuck decides to come through. So you know what? He's been...
Go ahead, sorry.
Go ahead, Lisa.
Oh, I was just going to say that's funny because I'm laughing thinking, you know, how many Chucks can there be? And that's, Tammy's husband is Chuck.
Well, there you go. So I think spirits, I think this is probably, I am feeling motherly dear. You've got mother here with me. And I feel that, does Mom know Chuck and Tammy? Did Mom know them?
Chuck's mom's passed away. And of course my mom's passed away. And she knows.
Yeah, because I feel that my, I'm laughing. They're making me laugh. Your mother's here. And Lisa, I know I feel your connection. I feel I've connected with you before, have I not?
Yes, once or twice, I believe. Before.
Okay. So I'm just, because I feel the spirit coming through, I feel like I know her already. So I feel this is your mother, and she's saying to you, and I can hear, it is, I know who I'm going to now because I'm hearing bubbles, tiny bubbles, tiny bubbles, tiny bubbles.
Gotta love bubbles.
So I'm feeling that Motherly Dear is here to say to you that she's really, really happy for you for finding that inner strength to be Lisa, that you've done something that is making her very proud of what you've done because you're no longer allowing people to dictate how Lisa lives her life. Is this correct?
I'm nodding. You can't see me, but I'm nodding.
Okay. So I'm feeling that, she's saying the living in the moment is really working for you now, Lisa. You know this. And she's like, Carrie, you've taught her well. So living in the you're living in the moment, and she's really, really proud of you for doing this, Lisa. Okay, but she's saying that because you're not really still living the life you want to live, she's like, I feel like in some way she's saying you've put your vibe box away and you're not really using it. And she's saying that she would like you to be in touch with her in the next 24 hours because this shakiness that you're dealing with right now, she wants you to turn it into the foundation that you've created, and she was part of that. She said, because your desires of where you're going, they are in play. We just need to get you there. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's almost like she's saying that paint to me again, give me that snapshot of what's happening because you may have the balance that you deserve, like the balance. They're talking about the balance that, you might have had 50 things going on before, but you don't seem to have that much stuff going on anymore. And this is actually good for you. But you're seeing this as history is repeating itself, and other people might be trying to tell you what to do right now. And she's saying, don't go there. She said, because you're about to be recognized for who you truly are. And I almost feel like in another way, she's saying that you're going to go through another, how do I want to say this? You're going through another process of the awakening process. So you're going to higher frequencies. So I'm not saying you're going to have an awakening because you're already awoken, but I feel like you're waking up to higher frequencies during this time. Does this make sense?
It does make sense. And I understand what you mean more by frequencies and higher vibrations, where when I first met you, I didn't understand any of that. So this totally makes sense to me. So, see, you're doing well.
And this is a big life lesson, Lisa, correct?
Absolutely. Because when I first met you, I believe you said my drum was dead. So it's been, a few years since I've seen you. I can't remember how many years since I met you, but it's been quite a process. But a life-changing process.
Beautiful. Well, I do want you to know that your mother is very, very proud of you. And I feel like she's taking over right now because she's saying that your father is kind of busy. And she says, you know what she means by that. I don't know what she means by that, but she says, you know what she means by that. Your father's busy doing something.
Mom comes through. Yeah. So you've made me cry.
Okay, so this is why Mom is saying to you, your dad's busy this time because he always takes the floor, and he's not taking the floor this time. So she's like, push him aside for a minute there. So I think that she's trying to say that this is a message of love to you, that right now, like so many of us on this planet are boys, so the ego is really coming down pretty hard because it's almost like they're new boys. Like, you know, before you've met with this Mr. Sad and Mr. Lonely, but now Mr. Sad and Mr. Lonely showing up with Mr. Regret, and it's a new character, and you're like, whoa, who are you, and where are you coming from? Why are you making me feel like this? And they're saying that you are also, because you're such a loving, caring person, your emotions are being rocked, but you're being tested, they're saying. Does this make sense?
I'm nodding again, yeah, if you want to call it a test.
Okay.
Yep. It's a good one.
And they're saying, but this is going to allow you to, they're saying, okay, I can hear you. She's saying that she wants you to acknowledge the fact that you're such a good mom and you're always doing things with your daughter. These are the unexpected, okay, let's go do this or let's go do that. And they're saying that that's when you're able to be who you are at a soul level. But if she's doing something, you're standing back and watching, you can easily get pulled into something that takes you to some place that you should not be thinking about. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So Mom wants you to stop that. She's like, stop it, Lisa. Stop it. This is about you creating those new memories, because when you do, you understand the condo in my head exercise. You know all this. So go in and get some new gems, my dear. So go do another eviction notice and do some evictions, because you're going to notice that you've got some new gems now, that gems that will replace gems from the past. So if you all of a sudden had a feeling wonderful and it was a beautiful gem and you found it with this person, you've already felt that feeling again with somebody else. So they want you to use that person as the gemstone, not the old person as the gemstone. You need to break free from some people from the past that you're still vibing on.
Okay.
Make sense? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Is she saying that? So she's saying here, this is time for you to start to celebrate life. And she's saying that the celebration of this rebirth is going to be taking place over the next few months. So you're going through, now, Lisa, isn't your birthday coming up too, my dear?
It is, yes.
Okay, because I'm feeling, you're a Pisces too, right?
I am a Pisces, yep.
Okay, so we're being thrown all over the place, dear. So am I. These eclipses are going to woohoo, have us all over the place. So, but this is a rebirth of where you're going. And they're saying to you that this rebirth is allowing you to be able to let go of the ego. Like, this is what you're dealing with right now. You've got some pretty powerful boys that have been creeping into your head lately. And they're saying that they want you to just go with the flow and let it release, because, I mean, I will admit this is myself, Lisa, when they show up for me, like especially the last week, I'm like, whoa, who are you and where did you come from? Right? Let me feel sorry for myself a little bit more, right? So they're trying to say, don't feel sorry, but it's okay. You're in the pity party with the rest of us. It's okay, Lisa. You know, but this is what the boys are doing. You have to laugh about it, because it's like, where is this coming from, and why am I so feeling sorry for myself? And this is because of the new energies that are shifting.
Okay. Well, that makes way more sense than the pity party that I've created, or why I'm creating it. So,
yeah, it's because of these new boys, my dear. So, you know, and I've been talking about this in the Vibe Report too, Lisa. So again, you send me an email, my dear, with your email address, and I'm also going to give you a free week of the Vibe Report so that you can understand what's going on, and you can conquer these boys once and for all. Your mother's making me laugh. I feel like, did you guys used to watch Did you watch Looney Tunes a lot when you were little?
Yes.
Did you Bugs Bunny and all them? Did you watch all that when you were young? Was this something big in your family?
Well, yeah, because one of the 3 channels that was on there.
Okay. Okay, so because I'm hearing her laugh. She's like, remember that cartoon with Tweety and Sylvester when Tweety Bird turns into that big giant bird and ends up going after Sylvester?
Absolutely.
Remember when he turns into the Tweety monster? And she's like, that's what your freaking monsters look like right now, your boys. So she's laughing. She's saying she's with you on this because the boys that you're beating up right now or beating you up, she helped create them for you. She's taken ownership for them. So your parents must be attached to this in some way. So they're saying this is going to help you break the repeated pattern that's connected to them. So know that they're with you, working with you to help you release this so that you can get through this a lot quicker, knowing that I'm hearing that you understand your power, and this will allow you to see how much higher in vibrations you will shift during these next couple of weeks.
Wow. Thank you.
You're welcome. So does that make sense? That make sense?
It sure does. You've made my day.
And I'm just hearing your mother going, that decision she's been trying to make, she just made it. She's like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'm saying thank you to your mother because your mother came through very strongly, Lisa. And again, if father always shows up and mother's stepping through now, I feel like she's ready to come forward and really work with you and help you make the decisions that her little girl needs to make. She's calling you her little girl. You'll always be her little girl, regardless. Does that make sense to you when she calls you that?
You're making me cry. Yep.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you need to know that mother is that motherly love, and she says that motherly love comes through you because you're an absolute incredible mother. So you need to know that you're breaking the lineage energy so that you are releasing right now doesn't go through and connect to your daughter. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. So send me an email, Lisa. Have a wonderful day, my friend, and I will be back shortly, my friends, with the next reading on Vibe Nation Radio. Be right back soon.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you, Lisa. Bye-bye.
Free your mind with OMTimes Radio, IOM FM. Have you ever wondered how to change your love paradigm? The secret key is finding a love partnership, not just a regular connection. How do you find these? Through conscious relationships. Ascending Hearts Dating is a dating site for people like you that believes in second chances and a different type of spiritual connection. Try Ascending Hearts for free today at ascendinghearts.com and change your love paradigm. Ascending Hearts, the premier dating community for the spiritually awake.
Eros Evolution is where sexuality and spirituality meets. Join me, clinical sexologist Martha Tara Lee, on Eros Evolution on Thursdays, 4 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio.
When Dad needed help getting around, I became his driver. Soon enough, it was up to me to be his housekeeper and financial manager, too. When he moved in, I became his cook and even his nurse. But no matter what roles I play, I know I'm still his daughter.
We understand the roles you play. So to help, we created aarp.org/caregiving, where you can connect with experts and other caregivers. Visit aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Vibe Nation Radio, where today is the first anniversary party for Vibe Nation Radio, and I'm having a spirit party where my two channels at the Vibe Report, Bradley and my dad, and I can hear them. They're singing, they're cooking up all kinds of stuff. I can smell stuff, and I'm laughing because I was just talking about Tweety Bird, and I am now speaking with Tweenie from Toronto. Tweenie, are you there?
I'm right here.
I can hear tweet, 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 tweet. and I can hear Tweenie. I'm hearing that song, but I'm hearing two different songs. I'm hearing a song.
Okay.
It's that, you know, what's the money? And I'm cooking spaghetti and meatballs. And, and then they're taking and now they're taking me to the beach, and we're having cake by the ocean. Da, 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 da. Talk to me, baby. You know that song?
Yeah.
You know that
Cake
song?
by the ocean or
Cake
something
by
like
the
that?
ocean. Yeah, I'm hearing that too. So I'm feeling like I feel like you're gonna have a spaghetti dinner, and then you're gonna go by the ocean to have some cake. So I think they're actually just laughing at you because my dad and Bradley are saying to me that you're having a really good time being that little girl, that you are someone who is living in the moment and allowing Teeny to be that little girl that she is. And, you know, but when your boys come out, again, just like the last caller, they've been coming out in full swing. Like, who are you and where have you come from? And they're telling me that this is due to some chaos that's taking place in your life with a man who's not being very open with his emotions. He can't speak to you. He can't talk to you about what's going on. He's being very miserly with his vibrations. So it's my thoughts. I'm not saying nothing. I can't. Okay. Do know that something's taken place to cause a life-altering moment that's caused the guard to go up. Their guard has gone up because of this. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Okay. So they're saying that your boys are because of the chaos that you're feeding your boys. You're also in divine union. They're saying that which your twin is picking up is he's also vibing on major chaos. And so the two of you are ramping up the boys in chaotic motion, and it's really caused him to go into hiding. Yeah. Does that make sense?
It makes complete sense.
Okay. So I can see my dad and Bradley. I'm hearing Bradley and my dad saying, "Get those sticks up. Beat the, you know, it's like you got to beat the boys with the bat." You know what I'm saying? Like they're saying, like you got to beat them so that the guard goes down. It's almost like when the boys show up, all of a sudden the wall goes up, and instead of dealing with the boys become larger in this. It's almost like they're showing that it's in such of a cage, and when the two of you connect and you guys have actually trapped the boys in this cage, it turns into this big giant monster. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So they're also you know exactly what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly. I even got a picture of like the abominable snowman.
It's what I'm getting here is that there's something going down in the home life, something that's taking place where there's a feeling of someone going behind the back or somebody being sneaky. And this is causing, there's no heartbreak and sorrow attached to this. It's just more of watching the back, they're saying. And they're saying that this is actually causing the self-worth not to be there. You know, and it causes a lot of, you know, you're probably not sleeping well at night either, because they're saying that you and twin are not resting well. You're not getting good rest at all. And that they're saying that there's something that's being given back as a part of the part of the soul that has been taken away. So it could be that through this transitions of the twins, that with you guys getting back into tune with one another, it's going to be able to shift things. But there's a fear of losing that which is given to them. So you guys are feeding that. There's a fear of maybe abandonment or loss connected to this.
Okay.
Make sense?
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, complete sense.
It's saying, okay, I can hear you guys. I can hear them laughing. You're like, I want to go back to making spaghetti.
Oh, that is so funny.
They're saying this threshold that you're walking through a threshold, okay? But this is about recognition. Okay. So I feel in some way they're saying that both you and Twin have not truly been recognized either for who you are, and it's kind of getting both of you. So with you guys both feeling this way, when the boys come out, they come out extraordinaire there and say, oh, you're not worth this at all. Like, who do you think you are? Like, you're nothing special, you know, and they're going to say this. And if you contact this or you do this, this is what's going to happen. I feel that Mr. Control Monster is really jumping in on this one and really holding Twin, you know, captive, because I feel that everything has to be in the daytime, or I have to do this, I have to do that. I've got to live by this, and if I don't do this, this is what's going to happen. And if I don't do this by this time, I just feel like he's very scheduled, and being scheduled right now is playing with him, because he's got to live in the moment, and he can't live in the moment with his schedule. Does this make sense?
Complete sense. Complete sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
making complete sense. Yeah.
Okay. Now they're saying that he's not able to be very wise when it comes to spiritual tools per se. Meaning that he's a very, very.
Me.
Okay.
I'm the more spiritual one.
They're being nice to you then, aren't they, Teeny?
Yes.
It's let me see. Hold on a second here. It's almost like they're saying that, okay, so if you need to use your tools more then, because I'm not saying he's not spiritual, but I don't feel that in a spiritual way. I mean, I don't think he would ever be calling into Vibe Nation Radio. Let's just put it that way. So Spirit is trying to say that so they're talking about you, that you need to use your tools that much more, your spiritual tools, and really work on it this week, especially when it comes to the boys, because these new boys, the two of you are feeding this, and they're slapping you. They're like, you know what, Teeny, you know better than this. Slap, 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 slap.
Yeah.
You're feeding the ego when it's getting bigger. Okay?
Yeah.
And they're saying, I can hear you guys. They're saying that they want you to go back to work on your vibe box. You're not working on your vibe box either. So they're saying you admit it. You weren't using your spiritual tools. So they're putting you on the spot now. So this is about.
It's true. I haven't been working on my vibe box for months. Yeah.
Okay. Well, go back to it, my dear.
Yeah.
Because I can hear my dad and Bradley laughing, going, okay, Teeny, let's just get back to your spiritual toolbox, baby.
Yeah.
They said you talk. They're laughing because they're saying to me that you talk just as much as I do, and we really have to stop, because we can say a lot, but we don't do a lot. We really have to work at doing more. Yeah. Okay, they're putting me on the spot here too, of course, right? So they're like, the two of you need to start. And then again, it's not that we're not doing it, but there's certain tools that we've put aside. And it's like those tools that we've put aside are really the tools that we should be dealing with right now, that we have these new King Kong ego boys coming out in all of us. So they're saying that this is going to allow you to get back into that solid foundation again. This is a stability that both you and Twin need. You need that foundation because you're both in shakiness because of what's happening with Gaia right now. It's a global energy that's affecting both of you, and I feel that Twin's being affected more than you are when it comes to the global energy because of what Twin does. Okay?
Right.
So I'm also feeling that it's almost like that feeling of, oh my gosh, is it ever going to end? Like, oh my gosh, bumpity, 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 bumpity. Life is just taking way too long for this to take place. And Spirit is saying you still don't get it. Things are going to happen so fast, and closure is going to be put through this. But until you use that wisdom and knowledge of the spiritual tools, they're saying that it's almost like you send out your dynamic trio, and then 5 minutes later you send out something that goes, you're focusing on what you don't want instead of what you do want, or you throw something out beautiful, and then Twin throws out something yucky. And the vibrations that are being received by the universe are not in match with one another. Is this making sense?
Okay. Yes.
It's it's just almost like they're saying that you need to be able to understand that this is about standing up with adversity and really being wise about what's coming through, because in some way I'm feeling that Twin is trying to really step up into Twin's power, but Twin still has to watch his back. So they're saying that Twin needs to stop watching his back when it comes to you per se. Okay, and I'm feeling that vibration is already there, but they want you to nurture that. That's what they're saying for you. Fluff his feathers up and make him feel like he is God. Okay, because to you, he is. He is you. Okay?
Yeah.
Because they're saying that, okay, they're like, yeah, you like that one, don't you? They're saying because you have the ability you like to stand up with adversity, but because he's not really feeling the message of love, you need to send that message of love through the vibrations more. So when your boys show up, you need to zap them with love and tell the fear to piss off. Okay? Because these are self-imposed fears and they're from the past. Again, somebody else in the past. Okay? So do know that this, again, you're learning a life lesson as well. They're saying that the life that the two of you truly deserve or are desiring at a soul level is coming into play. Whatever your journey is meant to be. They're saying you need to send the message to him, okay, in meditation. So when you go into meditation, really send that message of love and stroke the ego, if that's what you have to do. You know, like, again, this is about, I can hear Bradley, talk dirty, have some fun, you know, go have an ice cream and do what you need to do. Okay. Because she's, what do I want to say? How do I want to say this? They're basically just saying that when you go into the treasure chest and you start to work with your treasure chest or your vibe box, really focus on the apprenticeship of life. So where are you going to be 8 to 10 years from now? You throw out the snapshots with regards to that, okay? And I will also send me an email, Teeny, and I will give you an extra week of the vibe report as a happy birthday gift. Thank you so much, my dear.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. Mwah.
Bringing you the best of the conscious minds in the world. OMTimes Radio, your conscious lifestyle on steroids. Being a radio host on IOM-FM allows you to build your show on a rich platform with the power of the internet to fulfill your outreach goals and connect with a very specialized and global online audience, unlimited by time and distance. OMTimes Radio will provide you with web relevance, a recognizable conscious brand, and with the standard of excellence that has accompanied every single OMTimes endeavor. Host your show with OMTimes Radio Network.
Dr. Kevin here, and I want to invite you every Thursday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, to join me on the Dr. Kevin Show, where we have a diversity of guests who help you step outside the box, behind the curtain, and see what a load of crap is going on in the world today, so you have more information with which to make better decisions. We'll see you there. Namaste.
Hello, I'm John Lithgow. Manatees are unique, among the most amazing animals on Earth, but they're endangered. We pose the greatest threat to their survival. Many manatees are killed or injured by boats or other recreational activities. I'm a writer of children's books, including one about manatees, and I believe education is the key. You can be part of the solution. Please contact Save the Manatee Club right now. Call 1-800-432-JOIN. Thank you.
Welcome back to Vibe Nation Radio, where today I have been celebrating our first anniversary with a spirit party with my dear loved ones in spirit, my dad, Dancing Dave, and my dear soul brother, Bradley Buchanan, who we call Crazy Bradley, because he's just so much fun. He loves to make us laugh and realize that as difficult as this journey can be, especially those that are in divine union, that you kind of have to laugh at it and realize that there really is beauty within it. And this is the time in the show where Spirit is saying that they just want to give a message for all of those that are listening in about what's coming up with this week. So as we all know, we're going through some crazy cosmic energies, and I'm calling the Vibe Report has been calling this the cosmic kiss. And what is happening during the eclipse season is really allowing so many of us on this planet to be able to let go of that which no longer serves any purpose, to be able to move forward with this new book of life. We're not in the same book. We're not writing a new chapter. We're writing a new book. And with the energies that are taking place right now, you know, a lot of people are getting pulled into relationships, and they're telling me that a lot of people that are listening in see the light at the end of the tunnel, but they're not vibing at the end of the tunnel. So it's very difficult for Spirit to really see the bigger picture because they work within vibrations. So if you are sending out a vibration of something that you think you desire, but what you're speaking is something different and something you're feeling is different, you need to understand that they're getting 3 different vibrations from you, and they don't really know in the bigger picture what it is that you truly desire. So you're getting that which you're vibrating out. And they're saying there's a lot of people that are listening in that are getting caught up with other people out there that are really spinning out of control with this energy, that they don't understand that their words are hurting people, or they're coming out and they're lashing against other people, or it's this way or that way, or there's a lot of duality. They're saying there's still a lot of people in duality, seeing that it's right or wrong, or this way or that way, or wrong or right. And they're saying this is not the case, that everyone needs to understand that everybody has their own perspective of what's taking place. This is the law of allowing. And it's about us relighting the flame within our life and having fun. This is about living in the moment, because tomorrow is not promised. And I don't know why people live in the past. I know it's difficult to get out of it. But when you really stop to think about, you know, the past is done. It's gone. It made you who you are today. So be grateful for what you experienced, because there is a lot of love coming in. And they're saying there's a lot of men or those that are under the masculine energy of you're in divine union that are very emotional still. And these emotions are being amplified with being impatient because of the global energy. And if you're in divine union, it's almost like the feminine they're saying, is getting nasty with the masculine and not being nice with their words, regardless if it's physical words, if it's in your thought, in your feelings, or you're actually saying it to them. They're saying this, please don't go there. Like, stop and realize that when you speak to twin like that, you're speaking of yourself. You are one, and this is the most, I'd say this is like the mind field that we all have to go through, that it's very difficult to wrap around your head that you are one. You always have one, and you always will be. And when you stop and think about that, at the true sense, my friends, please understand that, you know, everything that you desire is right there within you. You just need to shift the energy. You need to shift the frequencies. And we're not just dealing with, you know, when you think about how much, they're getting really loud with me. Sorry about this if I'm all over the place. But they're saying that when you energetically, if you are really understanding what's taking place, you're working with so many different energies on so many different levels. You've got downloads, uploads, DNA changing. You've got cell rejuvenation taking place. You've got a soul infusion going on. You've got flips that are taking place between energies back and forth. They're saying you wonder why a lot of people are kind of going a little crazy, and how the boys that are coming out now are really, really, really powerful. And because these are new boys, and they're saying that, you know, they want people to understand that this is a brand new beginning that we're going through. We've never been through this before. So stop feeling that you're being foolish with what you're doing, or, you know what, that's it, I've had enough, I'm not doing this anymore, especially if you're the feminine energy. Okay, because the masculine energy is starting to get more in tune with self, but they're so emotional that they can't speak about it. They need to go through the clearing that's taking place, because we are going through a mental and emotional clearing within our energy fields right now. So, you know, understand that this is because twin is living in past, and it's always 2 steps forward, 3 steps back, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. And do know that, you know, things are going to get into action for a lot of twins this week, but it's yourself. You need to get in action for you and where you're going, and know that you will come home to success, but you got to have fun. Again, they're talking about this creative life source energy that's huge, that if you're not using this creative life source energy, my friends, you're doing your soul a disfavor. The creative life source energy is attached to the sacral chakra. And why are we here? To have a human experience, a soul as a human experience, but we're here to co-create. We're co-creators. But yet when you stop and ask people, do they know how to co-create? Most of them think they do, but they really don't. And this is where getting that creative life source energy shifting and getting moving will really allow you to get into this and to be able to say, you know what? When those boys show up and you start wigging out and you've got all these crazy thoughts going in your head, turn on some music and dance. This is the easiest way to shift your vibrations, my friends, because now you're in tune with the song, not with the monkeys in your head. And if it's a song that brings you someplace where you're going to be crying by the end of it, don't go there. Turn the song off and listen to something else. Because why would you go there for 3 or 4 minutes or 5 minutes or ever how long the song is? Because for every 15 seconds that you're thinking negative, it takes about 1 minute and 15 seconds of positive to get rid of that negative energy that you just threw out. So 1 minute is 5 minutes. So if you're listening to a song for 3 minutes, that's 15 minutes of positive thinking you must do to be able to release where you just went during that song. Good luck on that. It's not easy, my friends. So, they're just saying, Spirit is saying, please, don't put yourself there. Don't allow that. If something triggers you, understand the trigger and understand why is it coming up. But change the song or change the thought. And if you go on to, if you're new to listening to Vibe Nation Radio, please go to my website, carrieturcotte.com, and roll over home. There's all kinds of vibricises there to help you through this. There's articles. There's something called Fun Times. There's so much there to help you guys understand that this is energy. You and twin are energetically connected, and you always have been and you always will be. But the thought of them living in a different reality than you is where people have difficulties. And again, if you could just take back your power and realize that twin is not just your mirror, they're polar opposite of you. So whatever your strengths are their weaknesses and vice versa. And this is what we're dealing with right now on an energetic field, that your strengths are their weaknesses. So when the boys show up, their weaknesses are getting stronger because we're intertwining and vice versa. So all of a sudden the boys show up for you and you're like, whoa, who are you and where did you come from? I haven't dealt with you before. It's because you're intertwining energies with twin. So their fears are now your fears, and you need to release them together because they're feeding off the same vibration. Doesn't mean it's the same situation they're saying. It's the same vibration. So if you are dealing with anger, so is twin. But is twin angry at you because you're angry at them? Probably, but not necessarily. It could be that twin is angry with someone in their life, or you're angry with something in your life, and they are too, and you guys are making Mr. Angry that much more bigger because vibrationally we are clearing right now. It's a DNA downloading that's happening, and there's uploading happening. It's happening within the new strands of the DNA within our vessel. So they're just saying, please understand there's so much more to this. They don't want people to go out of control this week because it is Valentine's Day week. And they're saying that they don't want you to get all upset or lose your emotions because you and twin did not connect during Valentine's Day, because they're saying, stop it. You are connected, so you are together during Valentine's. Okay? And they're saying that if you choose to reach out to twin, and twin doesn't really know too much about anything, stop and ask yourself, why are you doing this? Okay? Because, again, this is about focusing on one as yourself so that they can become more powerful too, so they can wake up to this. And for me, what I've channeled, Valentine's Day, yes, is beautiful love, but the 15th is even more powerful for love. So it's amplified on the 15th. And then on the 16th, we go into a drop zone, which is where the energy plummets and the fears start to come out. So don't allow yourself to get pulled in by the boys or the ego because you and twin didn't have what you expected to take place. Again, live life like a sunset this week, my friends, and understand that when you live life like a sunset, you have no expectations. You have no assumptions. And that means you will not be disappointed with what takes place. And this is really important to understand this week because everything is in divine timing. Everything is taking place the way it should be. So allow yourself to work on self, knowing that by working on self, you're also helping twin. And if you're, okay, I can hear you guys. Because this is a 1-year anniversary and my dad and Bradley are just like, woohoo, let's have some fun now. If anybody who is listening to the show who does not listen to the Vibe Report would like 1 week free membership, please go to my website, carrieturcotte.com, and send me an email and say, I listened to the Vibe Nation Radio first anniversary party. Can I please have my 1 week of the Vibe Report for free? And do know that when you have that 1 week, it's not just that week's videos. My videos go back approximately 4 to 6 weeks, depending how many videos they are. I think right now there's probably close to 20 hours of videos for people to actually watch in the Vibe Report. And that doesn't include what's coming down the pipeline. This channel is very active and it's very different. But there's no promising of this or promising of that or saying on this date this is going to happen or this is how you're going to come into union. The Vibe Report is about navigating you through this energy and what's happening at a soul level. So if you really want to, come in and they're saying there's homework that needs to be, I can hear Bradley, don't forget about the homework. There's so much homework in the Vibe Report, and this is simply because you have to be able to do the soul work to be able to move forward. So thank you so much for everybody who came in today. Thank you, Brad. Thanks, Dad. I love you guys dearly. And thanks again to OMTimes, the team that is there. You're a wonderful team, and I'm looking forward to my 2nd year with Vibe Nation Radio. Have a wonderful week, my friends, and I'll see you next week. We'll be doing more live readings with Lisa. Stay tuned. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.